This SUV TV broadcast of the Georgia Elite 8 Tip-Off Classic is brought to you by Nike, AOT, Slam, and Bleacher Report.
The SUV TV network. I'm Luke Winslow, joined by Daryl LeBerry. We are a few minutes away from tip-off here between McEachern and Berkmar. Now McEachern, a 32-0 team a year ago, one of the top teams in America, one of the top teams in the state of Georgia history. They've graduated Isaac Okoro, along with several other players, but they returned SHARIFE Cooper, 5-star, number 18 player in the country, Auburn commit. Auburn's highest-rated commit of all time.
He's the highest-rated commit of all time?
Of all time, yes.
Wow. I didn't realize that. They've had some good players come out of there. I thought Charles Barkley might have been rated higher. They had the rifleman, Chuck Person, Wesley Person. And Sharif's a good player. But if he ends up at 3/4 of what Charles Barkley is, then he had one hell of a career. But he's a good player. He's at home. This is a very new team. Randy Brady, who's a transfer from Tennessee, is a wing that people will really like. He'll be one of the best wings in Georgia. He's 6'5". He can score. He can make jump shots. Just kind of is crafty, knows how to play. Dylan Cartwell's not playing tonight, but he's a 7-footer who came from Oak Hill and is from Augusta. Berkmar has a lot of transfers in as well, and some young guys, some young pieces, so it should be a good matchup.
Berkmar is a team that has a lot of pieces that they've gotten. It'll be interesting to see how or if they put it together here tonight in the opening game of their season. Foul called to begin on Willis of McEachern.
Put two hands on him there. He was getting beat on the baseline, but he should have used the baseline as a defender and just put his foot on there and could have got away with just getting an out-of-bounds violation.
Wood inbounding here for Berkmar. Not many seats open in this house.
No, it's officially standing room only in here. This is what people have been waiting on all night.
Deloatch kicks it out to Blunt, three-pointer off. Blunt to transfer in from New York, from Nazareth, New York. Deloach's three-pointers off. He's one of those new age big players that can play at the top of the key on the perimeter. he'll be fun to watch.
They all want to play on the perimeter now. Doesn't matter what their size is.
Sharif Cooper drives inside. Left-handed layup won't fall. We do have a foul called down low.
He gets that call in his gym. Here's the replay. Kicks him in the corner. Patient with the foot fakes. Drives it to the rim, and the guy was falling. Oh, yeah, they had to call. The guy was falling like he was going to try to draw a charge, but knew he wasn't going to get there. So he kind of landed underneath Sharif.
It was Olande that was called for the foul there. Now Cooper will inbound for McEachern.
So they called that on the floor?
Yes, they did.
Okay, that was confusing. How could that have been on the floor? Is there any way that could have been on the floor?
No way, because it was all involved in the shot.
I don't get that one at all, but.
Nope, not sure about that.
Let's move on to the next play. But a very new McEachern team, and you got to wipe away all the records from last year because only 2 or 3 of these guys were even a part of the program last year. So it'll be interesting to see can they live up to the culture and the reputation that McEachern has built.
Yeah, they returned 4 total players, but not all of them contributors. Cooper outside. The whistle blows. Now it is going to be Berkmar ball.
And a lot of these guys have never played on this stage before, but it's good that they get to start on this stage at home because their crowd is, their home faithful have come in and they're standing room only and they're ready to cheer their guys on.
McEachern here in the full court press.
It's always a good idea to press and play up tempo at home because you're more comfortable and you make shots and the other team is kind of a little weary and a little bit more uncomfortable. So that's always a good idea to start early, especially at home, and kind of find out what the other team's guards are going to do.
Especially in an environment like this as
Definitely.
well. No reason not to get the high energy, high intensity going early.
I agree. The officials will have pressure on them to make calls over and over again tonight too, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. Ball came right to me. I'm gonna score. The ball likes to find a score.
Well,
Berkmar thought we were on the team for a second.
I mean, you've got range, right? You
I can make shots, but
you can hit it from here.
I've run out of high school eligibility a long time ago.
Cooper for 3.
Nice play by Sharif. Hard drive to the left, around the back dribble with an effortless 3-point shot, and he's been doing that. That's what he's known for.
Cam Blunt inside. Layup goes. Berkmar is on the board.
Athletic, live body, wing, drove in there aggressively, and that's what you got to do. You got to attack the pressure and get to the rim.
There's Randy Brady, a player you talked about earlier. I'm very high on him. I watched him.
He's good.
In the
I like him
AAU
a lot.
in the summer. Oh, man. He lit it up playing for the Georgia Stars. Cooper, another 3. Yes, sir! Sharif Cooper, back-to-back trays.
And people from Georgia don't know who Randy Brady is, so he'll catch people off guard. But Sharif Cooper at home, obviously this is his gym. He's very comfortable here. Made 2 tough threes to open the game up and kind of settle his guys down and get the crowd into it. As you can see here on the replay, just a one-on-one move, no play, just a nice crossover dribble, 3-pointer over the outreach hands. They're going to have to put pressure on them and throw bodies at them, and I would make the other 4 guys beat them if I was them.
Yeah, Randy Brady should have his fair share of opportunity. Oh, Cooper off the back iron.
They ran a nice little staggered action for him since he made 2 to find out if he was hot.
Olande with the bucket for Berkmar. Here's Brady on the right side. Mid-range J doesn't go. Brady should have his fair share of chances to step up for McEachern. A lot of attention on Cooper should give him a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, he'll get a lot of open looks, and he'll also get a secondary or, even a third defender on him when he's used to where he's coming from, getting the best defender guarding him. So the goal should look wide open. He should get a lot of open looks.
Shot made there by Palmer.
As will these other guys on their team. They'll get a lot of open layups and opportunities because everybody's defensive strategy is going to be to stop Sharif.
Correction, it's Moore who made that shot.
Berkmar trying to settle it down and run some offense, but they're kind of similar to McEachern in the fact that they have a lot of new guys as well, so they won't be as fluid offensively and as disciplined early in the year, but the coaches are a little frustrated. I'm sure that'll get better as the season goes on.
I like the outfits here for the Berkmar coaches.
Nice, right?
Blue shirt, white vest. I like it.
Very nice and organized. A little bit different variations of the gray in the pants. I think my guy, the last guy, didn't get the memo. He wore dark blue pants tonight.
Oh, man.
Got the tie up underneath. Most of the guys got a little bit of red and blue in their tie.
Yeah.
I like a little uniformity. The guy, I don't know if you've noticed, but the team is wearing the same shoe, which is rare nowadays. Everybody wants to do their own thing there. They're all wearing the same team shoe, and even the two guys who aren't playing are wearing the same shoes.
Now Deloatch inside, spinning the post. He gets it and one.
Nice. And if Berkmar does have an advantage, it's in the post because without Dylan playing, McEachern is very small in stature around the rim. So Berkmar probably wants to try to throw the ball inside and find out what they're made of in the interior defensively.
3-point play for Deloatch. He makes it a 1-point game. SHARIFE Cooper has 6 of McEachern's 8 points.
And you got to double him off that ball screen.
Nice pass inside, lay-in for Moore.
He'll chop you up if you're going to play a soft hedge on the ball screen. I mean, he's just too good. You got to double him, make it a hard pass out of there.
Now Blunt tried to rifle it inside, stolen away by Cooper. Cooper lays it up and in with the left hand.
He's just smooth, man. He made that look easy. The thing I like about him is he can change pace, though. He's like he was shot out of a cannon when he got the steal.
Nice play there, blocked by Moore. Lay-in no good, rebounded by Cooper. You see a glance of the "We Over Me" jerseys that McEachern wears. Cooper lays it up. He's fouled on the play.
He just changes pace too easily, man. He can get from point A to point B in a split second. And if they're going to try to guard him one-on-one with guys who are his size, it's going to be a long night.
He jogs it down the floor, crosses over, and boom,
and he's
sprints
gone.
in. Not much you can do about it.
Nope. Excellent free throw shooter as well.
As a defender, you've got to have great hips to be able to drop on him.
But you got to put some length on him as well. You know, a guy that's his size, when he gets to the rim, he's too crafty. He's not overly athletic, but he's very crafty, and he can finish with either hand and use angles. So you got to put some length and speed on him, and then show him multiple bodies if you want to have any chance.
McDowell is now in the game for McEachern. The free throw was missed by Cooper. He's got 8 of McEachern's 12.
McEachern doesn't have a lot of respect for the guards of Berkmar. They're challenging them early and throwing multiple traps and multiple bodies at them and forcing them to try to beat them in 4-on-3 type situations.
I think for Berkmar, the guard position is really where they're most unproven in general. So I understand that, the strategy there.
And then just a newer team in general, so we're going to find out how well they've come together.
Now Blunt shooting free throws. No one around him. First free throw is off. Blunt has come in from Nazareth, New York, as I previously mentioned. He's an efficient scorer and a 3-point threat. He's got an offer from the College of Holy Cross. He missed both free throws.
He didn't look comfortable and confident right there at all. It's a big environment for your first game in a new school, a new state. It's a tough situation to be put in.
The drive here from Wood. Now Deloatch has it inside. He lofts it up. It won't fall. Ball bounces around. Deloatch gets it back and lays it in off the window.
And that's their advantage. They're longer and more athletic around the rim. Everything, same thing we kind of talked about at the Dutchtown game. Everything should be at the rim. Don't settle for jump shots. Put the pressure on their interior defense and find out if they can stop you down low.
Brady throws it away.
And that's when you see two new guys who haven't been playing together, trying to still feel each other out and know what to do in certain situations. Unforced turnover. Now Berkmar gets a chance to either tie or come within one. Coach took Deloatch out, who's been by far their best offensive player.
Deloatch does carry offers from schools like Ole Miss. Olande misses off the rim. Clayton puts it up. Ball bounces around. A little bit of a scrum down low, and now it's McEachern ball.
I if I'm Berkmar and I'm the coaching staff, I'm still happy. I want everything at the rim. We're gonna try to force the issue down low, test their interior defense. Don't settle for jump shots and don't turn the ball over.
Now here we're getting a look at a play from Cooper of McEachern.
I mean, that's a nice left-hand layup over top of Deloatch, who's a 6'6" guy with a long wingspan. This is the earlier move, the crossover into the three. Started the game off blazing hot. And this is the first one. The other one was the second three. This is the first one. Left hand around and back into a fadeaway. Not much you can do with that one, Coach.
Well, great moves creating his own shot. No doubt.
Sometimes it's just good defense, better offense. Now they've changed it up, put a little bit more length on them, so let's see what happens here.
Yeah, looks like Wood on Cooper is that matchup.
And forced the turnover.
Picked off by Blunt. Here's Wood. He'll jam it home.
Okay. I thought SHARIFE was going to try to meet him at the rim, but like we talked about earlier, business decision.
Exactly.
Charge.
Charge called, as you mentioned. Olande took it.
Berkmar's well coached. They're doing a good job. Forced the turnover here. Immediate outlet pass to Woods. And he wanted SHARIFE to jump with him. Business decision, get out the way. No need to. I already have one foul. I can't get a second foul. Good decision by SHARIFE.
Now Berkmar inbounding, down a point here. 2 minutes and 22 seconds remain in the first quarter of play. It's inside. Clayton Deloatch. He heaves it in. Berkmar leads.
And Deloatch has been the guy. He's used his length and his athleticism to finish at the rim. And he's a newer player, too, from another state, but he looks very comfortable tonight. See, can he get another finish here?
Deloatch finishes again. Berkmar up 3.
He's got a little bit of moxie about himself, too. I think he's not afraid of the moment. He's not intimidated by the situation. He thinks that he belongs here and that he's the best player in the game.
Deloatch has 9 of Berkmar's 15 points. Leads all scorers with 9. Cooper has 8. Brady for 3. He's fouled. Oh no, looks like a 2-shot foul. He was just inside the 3-point arc.
He was, and he looks uncomfortable, you know, which is not abnormal for a guy who's coming from a different state. You know, some guys fit in quickly like Deloatch, but it's a little easier for Deloatch. He's the main guy on the main cog on his team. For Brady, he's trying to fit in playing with one of the top players in the country who has the potential to be a McDonald's All-American. So your role and your responsibilities are a little different.
Well, Brady at the free throw line. Transfers in from Brentwood Academy, which for those of you that have followed Brentwood, you know Darius Garland, 5-star went there. As a freshman, though, Brady went to Baylor High School.
Okay.
This is his 3rd high school. At Baylor High School, he played against Brentwood Academy, led his team in scoring in the game against Brentwood, against Darius Garland.
That's what happened. Okay, nice.
They met each other. They've become friends. Deloatch bricks a 3. We've got a foul called, but with Brady put up 12 points to lead his team in the loss. Garland put up 35 in the win. They developed, again, a bit of a relationship, and now both of them are well off into their respective careers.
And even a little further back, Brandon Wright, I think he went to North Carolina and then now is in the NBA. I think he went to Brentwood Academy, so they're known to have a high-level basketball program and a high academic school out of Tennessee as well.
So Brady here at his 3rd school in 3 years. He's a very high-rated player. 3-star grade, or 3-star with an 89 grade from 24/7 Sports.
He's a junior, so hopefully he stays here next year. You can't, at some point you got to get a foundation. You just can't keep moving around from school to school to school because it's hard to continue to grow as a player.
Yeah, having to make an adjustment, kind of like what we're seeing right now every single year.
It's difficult.
Can't be the easiest thing, no doubt. Cooper fouled inside.
Nice drive, and you get those calls at home. I'm not sure. It kind of looked like it could have been a clean strip. We'll check it out on the replay. Wood has done a good job on him. He didn't think it was a good call. He drove hard left. Looks like a clean swipe of the ball, but SHARIFE sold it pretty well by flailing his body. And sometimes you get those calls when you're a good player and you're playing at home. They did call it on the floor, which, again, I don't know how that can possibly be on the floor. It looks like he's in the shooting motion.
He is. Yeah.
But that's the second one we've seen, and nobody's fussing and fighting, so maybe we're seeing something different than everybody else.
McEachern inbounding. Brady, now it's inside. Put up off the window, no good. Deloatch trying to rebound it. McEachern will recover it. Brady now has it in his hands. Three-pointer from Cooper. Yes, sir. SHARIFE Cooper knocks it down.
They're lucky that SHARIFE's playing well. They'd be in trouble. He's carrying them on the offensive end.
3 threes for Cooper on the evening. We're in the first quarter. He's got 11 points already. Wood bounces it over to Deloatch. Spectacular move and a finish.
Nice catch by Deloatch. A little bit of a Giannis kind of feel right there on the catch and Euro step into the finish.
Cooper, another three. Oh, man.
That's too easy. They gotta do something better against the ball screen. A soft hedge and giving him a wide open jump shot's not good enough. You gotta trap him and make him pass the ball. It's too good for that.
Cooper has 4 threes and 14 points. 10 seconds left here in the first quarter. Wood floats it up, has it blocked away. Deloatch corrals it, 3 seconds left. Travel called. McEachern ball, they lead by 3.
So we have Deloatch on one end, SHARIFE Cooper on the other end, both kind of dominating the game. Good rebound by Deloatch here. Did a good job splitting, but he kind of lost his balance, and the officials feel like it was a travel more than it was a foul. I'm pretty sure SHARIFE's going to try to take this last second shot here.
SHARIFE, half-court shot just short. Well, your thoughts here on the first quarter. We've had the battle, as you mentioned, between Deloatch and Cooper. It's been very impressive, very fun to watch. Those two have combined for 25 points in the first quarter.
It'll be interesting to see what other players from each team kind of gets in the flow and gives them a secondary score or a third score, but those two guys have carried the offense for both teams. SHARIFE shooting the ball real well from the perimeter. Deloatch doing all his work on the interior. So it'll be interesting to see as the game settles in, who's going to give them some scoring.
It's a big matchup between these schools. McEachern hosting it. We've hosted 8 games today. This is the final, the nightcap, the primetime game, the one that everybody's been looking forward to ever since the schedule was released. It's been an absolutely stacked lineup of games that we've had, all of them on the SUVTV network. We remind you that you can check them out on demand.
How you doing? We got a surprise guest. We have Sayia Cooper here, who is SHARIFE Cooper's sister. I don't know if a lot of you guys are familiar with her, but she was a USA top player in the country. Has been to Tennessee, has been to South Carolina, and she's now at Baylor. Can you kind of talk to us a little bit about your journey in college and what you're thinking about this season moving forward at Baylor?
I've been on some great teams, but I am now on the reigning champions team with Kim Mulkey. She's a great coach. She knows what she's talking about. She's been very helpful with me being a point guard again.
Okay.
So it's been a smooth transition, and I'm just taking it in day by day, and I'm enjoying it. It's my last year, so.
You got to go out with a bang, right?
Got to.
Why not win a national championship?
Yeah.
So talk to us a little bit about, SHARIFE's development. Obviously, he's going on to Auburn next year. He's committed.
Yeah.
Playing very well tonight. What kind of advice have you given him, and how has he matured as a player? You've been watching him this whole way up.
Man, SHARIFE is a dog. I mean, he's in the gym day in and day out. It's never a break. If he's not in the gym, he's watching basketball. Like, he's definitely a student of the game. He want to get better. He want to be a better teammate. He want to be everything. So he's locked in, and I don't think he's going to have any problems transitioning to Auburn.
I agree. But have you given him any specific advice? You've been through it all. You've seen everything now.
Yeah.
So have you given him any advice? Obviously, being a really good player, a highly touted player is something that you're familiar with. And I don't know how it was the beginning of your freshman year, but have you given them kind of any tips or advice, and can you give anyone else any tips and advice moving into their freshman year?
Absolutely. I think, when you go to a great school, it's always going to be a transition, whether it's the system they play, the things that they do, the coaching style, and just being able to learn and be a student of the game and having relationships with your teammates and your coaches, and just being able to be coachable and just being locked in all year. It's easy to get distracted in college.
Easy.
So just staying locked in and doing what you're supposed to do on and off the court save you out of a lot of issues. And being healthy, you got to recover. So
no question about it. So last question for you. I appreciate you spending a little time with us.
Always.
Talk to us a little bit about this event. I know your father has a lot to do with this. Damon has a lot to do with this. It's a great event. Is this why you came home specifically for this event, or you just happened to be home and get a chance to come out?
No, I came here specifically for this game.
Nice.
It's his senior year. It's my last year. It's on my last year. So my mother and my father got a busy year coming up with everybody being a senior.
No question.
So I had to get one game in before our season really get to going.
Okay.
And they always pull off this event. It's a great event. It's a lot of support. It's a lot of love out here in McEachern with us coming here. And my father started all of it, so
nice.
It's much love.
All right, it was great spending some time with you.
Thank you.
Good luck this
nice
year.
To meet you.
Look forward to seeing you win a national championship for yourself.
Right. Thank you.
All right. Sayia Cooper, what a gracious guest she was. You know, a lot of people don't know she was a top 10 player coming out, and she's been through a lot with injuries. But now a grad transfer at Baylor, which is one of the top 5 programs in the country, and looking forward to having a great year and a great role model for SHARIFE as he, moves on in his career.
Most definitely. SHARIFE Cooper now standing with 16 points. Nice drive inside. Layup will go for more. Now here's Wood on the left side. Foul called.
The action has really picked up in the second quarter. Both teams playing up tempo, starting to drive the ball to the basket. I think the energy of the crowd is feeding into the guys, so it's been a well played game.
McEachern leads by 7. Now coming in for McEachern is Brady. It's Devontae Brady.
Wood's a good player too. Has a lot of length, kind of aggressive, getting to the rim. Has done a good job on SHARIFE, putting a little bit of length on him. Let him get to the basket a couple times, but he's going to score regardless. The only thing you can do is make it tough for him to catch the ball. Then once he has it, kind of force him one direction or the other. Hopefully, he's showing bodies and try and take away the three-point line from him right now the way he's shooting it.
Shot made from the free throw line by Wood. Berkmar last year 10-3 on neutral sites here, playing at the home of McEachern. Blocking foul called.
But that's what you got to do. You got to show him bodies. That 3 guys ran at him that time and make him beat you as a passer. He's too good a player to let him beat you as a scorer. He's got to beat you as a passer. Comes off the ball screen. Big stepped up. If they wouldn't have got hands in there, had a chance to get a turnover anyway, he would have gave him the ball, or it could have been a charge call. But Wood got caught with his hand in the cookie jar.
Cooper making the first free throw. 3 points away from 20 as we're not even 2 minutes into the second quarter.
That's unbelievable, isn't it? And he's not even forcing shots. He hasn't taken a whole lot of shots either. This has just been effortless for him.
Last year, Cooper averaged 26 points per game, almost 9 assists, and 4 steals.
Well, it looks like he's going to have his average at the half.
Yep, I would not be surprised. Deloatch in the mid-post turns, puts it up, off the rim, no good. Now here is Cooper breaking away from the pack. Cooper couldn't finish it himself. It's tipped into the air, corralled by Deloatch.
Cooper is absolutely shot out of a cannon in transition.
Deloatch trying
again.
for the putback. His third attempt finally will go.
He is dominating on the glass.
No one can really compete with what Deloatch has done inside.
And he's not shooting threes, but he's keeping up with SHARIFE Cooper on the points tally, 18 and 13. He's doing his part.
Brady for 3. Yes, sir. Randy Brady hits his first tray.
And maybe he'll get going as he sees one go in the basket.
Wood responds.
Nice. There we go. Because both teams are looking for a second scorer, so maybe it'll be Wood and maybe it'll be Brady. We definitely expect it to be Brady from McEachern.
SHARIFE Cooper going to his right. His team leads by 5. Whistle blown.
Deloatch has a lot of confidence. He's talking to SHARIFE when he was coming out here guarding one-on-one. Like he can stay in front of him. I like to see the moxie.
I like that a lot. Those two going at it. Cooper on the right side, driving baseline, spectacular move. He falls over and couldn't complete the play. Reynolds blunts for corner 3. Off a bit long on the shot. Transition again. Cooper lays it in. He's got 20.
Easy 20.
Well, he got 20 points in 11, not even 11 and a half minutes. Deloatch spinning. Shot from outside off the front rim from Clayton.
I don't know why they take any jump shots. Everything should be at the rim.
Deloatch has worked every time, so got to go to him, right?
And I don't know why you wouldn't. And on that possession, they kicked it out to a 3. Last time Berkmar had a transition opportunity, they had Deloatch running right down the middle. In the half court, I mean, that's Wood right here with a 3. He got a wide open look. This is the opportunity I was talking about. They had Deloatch running right down the middle. They get a defensive rebound, bad floor balance. Point guard was down underneath, and he wasn't even going to get an offensive rebound, at least to a wide open shot for the best player in the game. Those kind of mistakes get you beat.
There we get a look at the finish from
This is when Deloatch had 3 opportunities.
Second opportunity. Yep.
He's going to have to do that all night to give him a chance. Because on the other end, they haven't figured out what to do in this ball screen scenario. That's the one where it was a foul. The next possession he came down and it was the same action, but they set the ball screen kind of like a step-up screen going towards the corner, and the forward didn't know what to do, and he was able to get all the way to the rim.
Yeah, on those ball screens, we've really been seeing 2 results. SHARIFE scores or a foul's called.
That's it.
That's all.
Berkmar's going to have to do something different. They come out in the same look, so well, it might have changed. This might be a 1-2-2, and it was a 2-3 before. So now, in theory, if they run the ball screen against the 1-2-2, whatever wing is available should step right up, and it should be an easy switch. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm sure we'll see that scenario coming up soon.
Now McEachern on the ball, 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go until halftime.
McEachern's content to hold it a little bit.
Looking inside.
Wow.
Shot goes there for McDowell.
That's a bonus to get anything out of him. Nice pass by SHARIFE. Good finish around the rim.
Deloatch up top. Shadowed by McDowell. Around a pick. 3-pointer. In and out.
If I'm McEachern, I'm okay with him taking that shot.
Nice play there. Shot made by Wiseman.
We got a nice little burst on him in transition.
Now Wood on the left wing. 3-point attempt is good.
Nice Wood. Refused the ball screen. Nice little jump shot going left. The second 3 is made back to back.
35-27. It's an 8-point game. You saw.
That's the ball screen situation, and I can't figure out why somebody doesn't step up or do something different. I mean, if y'all going to keep letting SHARIFE come off like that, it's going to be a long night for you guys. He's made 4 threes. You can't let him come off one-on-one on the screen. Like, somebody's got to step up.
Now Blunt finding Deloatch. He spins in the post, puts it up. Shot doesn't fall. Clayton is fouled.
Clayton has been an ox on the offensive glass. He just hadn't been able to convert any of those offensive rebounding opportunities, but he's got at least 4 offensive rebounds. He just got to finish the play. I don't think Deloatch should be shooting this. I think Clayton should be shooting this free throw. They tried to trick the referees. The referees are, they still tricked them.
Now it's Blunt shooting the free throws.
I thought it should be
number 11, Clayton.
I thought it should be 11 shooting the free throws. I could be wrong, but I thought it should be 11 though.
I did too.
Yeah, I think they just pulled one on the referees. Deloatch, first Deloatch took his turn, and then he took his turn, and they went for the second one. Clayton must be a bad free throw shooter, and he knows his game.
That second free throw there, made there. 35-29. McEachern leads. Drive inside, shot goes up, no good. Blunt in transition, had it tipped by Deloatch.
They can't.
Now Cooper the other way. Cooper with a razzle-dazzle play over on the left side, but a travel called on Wiseman.
Berkmar cannot turn the ball over like this if they want to have an opportunity to win. When they get a quick steal or a defensive rebound, they got to push it out and try to get easy baskets to transition. They got lucky right here because I think he was going with the double around the back. Ball went off his foot, and then we had a travel in the corner.
Blunt's for 3. Back iron, no good.
Guess who on the offensive rebound?
Deloatch.
Called travel, though.
It's inbounded to Brady. kind of the rare occasion we're seeing him take it across midcourt with Cooper being on the floor.
I think they're trying to give Sharif a little bit of a rest, though. So he's having to do so much on the offensive end.
Sharif was looking for a foul. Pump fake. Shot nearly blocked, but put in there by Reynolds.
Nice finish. Good patience on that. I think he probably could have went up and didn't have to shot fake, but it ended up working out well for him. Brady comes down and makes a nice jump shot from the short corner.
2 minutes and 12 seconds to go. It's inside to Clayton. He spins in the post, puts it up on the left side. Rebounded by Cooper.
And McEachern's playing a 6'2" guy at center. Well, why is everything not going at the rim if you're
Sharif Cooper, nice reverse layup. It's tipped in by McDowell.
He got hit in the head right there, too. That's a bad no call. He definitely got hit in the head on that call, on that shot.
Deloatch inside. He goes up strong and lays it in.
He's got 15. He's trying to keep him in the game.
He's got 15. Cooper's got 20. Brady in the corner.
Now Brady and Wood are trying to get involved as well.
Now here's Wood for Berkmar. We have a whistle blown right in front of the play.
I'm not sure about that one. I thought that was a good play.
Number 15.
I think we got a timeout by Berkmar trying to settle his guys down.
39-33.
Couple missed opportunities in transition right here. This game could be very well be a 2-point game or even tied.
We've got 93 seconds until halftime. We'll take a break here on the SUV TV Basketball Network alongside Daryl LeBerry. I'm Luke Winstill. Thank you all for tuning in.
This SUV TV broadcast of the Georgia Elite 8 Tip-Off Classic is brought to you by Nike, AOT, Slam, and Bleacher Report.
You back into the SUV TV Basketball Network. McEachern 39, Berkmar 33. Sharif Cooper will be standing right here as Randy Brady is set to inbound to him at midcourt. Now the Auburn commit, Cooper, Brady. McEachern moving into their offense here.
Berkmar coaches are committed to this defense.
Three-pointer drilled by McEachern. Hit by Wiseman on the three. A basket there from Berkmar made by Blunt. I'm sorry, made by Givens of Berkmar.
There's some interesting calls, man. I'm not quite sure that was a travel right there. Good extra swing, late closeout. I think Berkmar's content with other guys taking wide open, with taking threes, but probably don't want it to be wide open though. They got to keep this close or it can get ugly in the second half. Got him wide open in the post.
Now
they got
here's
no answer for
Deloatch.
Deloatch down here.
Travel called on Deloatch.
He's not comfortable playing back to the basket though. You know, and even though he's in a scenario where he has a smaller guy on him, he's probably used to a bigger guy guarding him in that situation. All he has to do is turn and shoot a jump hook either direction. They have no answer for him, and then go chase down his offensive rebound. But hopefully that kind of growth comes throughout the season.
Here's Cooper, Georgia Mr. Basketball favorite. Offensive MVP of the Nike EYBL circuit, and the lights are off here at McEachern High School.
We had that happen earlier in the game too, but earlier in the day, but it wasn't during the game. Now we got it during the game, and McEachern fans love it. Everybody cuts their lights on their phone. We got some guys dancing in the back. You gotta love it. Great environment.
It's amazing.
Not an ideal situation, but pretty cool concert.
Yeah, loud music playing over. It'll be inbounded to Cooper again.
you know, depends on where you're at. Sometimes that's a, he's giving the refs an earful right now. And, you know, vision to make plays in the half court as well. Sharif still working the refs, trying to figure out how he didn't get that call. Defense, nice offensive defense substitution. He'll come back in if there's another stoppage in play and they have the ball.
Clayton with the rebound. Now Wood dribbling across midcourt. He's got 8 seconds. He couldn't get it. Rebound there by Blunt to the left of the rim. It doesn't go. 43-36 at halftime. Daryl, your thoughts here heading into the half?
It was a good game, but for the most part, you had two guys kind of dominate the scoring by both sides. I think teams, but they have a lot of new pieces, so they're trying to figure out who should do what and what each person's role is. So as the game goes on, I think guys will get more comfortable and everybody will settle in, and we'll get a little bit more of a cleaner game in the second half.
We had Sayia Cooper off to that great start. Your highlights here from the second quarter.
Easy layup by Sharif. That was his 20th point. He hadn't scored since then. That was actually a little while ago. That was Terrence Wood. So that was Wood with the three. In transition, he's made 2 threes. This is going to be Sharif hitting the guy who was cutting down the middle right here. Ball got tipped. Nice catch and finish over top of Deloatch.
It's McDowell with the finish for McEachern.
And he's a high-energy, small or undersized center that's kind of filling in, but has been solid though. And this is Deloatch on the offensive glass. One of his many offensive rebounds and putbacks that he's had throughout the night. That's kind of where he's made his bread and butter and scored throughout the day.
Deloatch currently has 15 points at halftime.
This is Sharif's first three. Oh, no, it's not. It's the drive to the back. Oh, the turnover. They called a foul, though. Ooh. When you see it in slow motion, something you really wonder, wow. But, again, you get that call when you're a high-level player.
So Wiseman on the drive.
Nice drop-off for a finish. And Wiseman has to do more getting to the basket and slashing.
Wood met at the rim there by Moore.
Wow, looks like it kind of twisted his ankle on that drive and it didn't get the explosion that he anticipated. This is the drive to the rim earlier. Foul call that they called on the floor somehow. I still can't figure out how that could possibly be on the floor.
Nope.
Hard drive left into the step back fadeaway three. That's how he started the game. And that's when you know so it's going to be a long night for you. He's on pace to get 40. This is a crossover into the three. Tried to put Wood on him with a little bit more length, but it didn't even matter at that point.
Cooper again playing with the ball, a different angle of that shot. Boom. There you go.
That's why he's ranked so high.
That's it right
He's
there.
scored in a lot of ways.
The number 18 player in the country doing what he does. Wood for Berkmar across half court. See there Olande in the post. Wood running the break here for Berkmar, dishing it off.
Almost jumped over his head, took his time and got a nice finish.
Good vision here to find Brady. More the Euro step and the easy finish for McEachern.
This is the other finish right here on the Euro step and a nice finish in the middle. This is why I think Deloatch is overthinking it. Just turn and finish. They don't have any answer for you down there around the rim. Nice call, duck in play for him. It's a one-on-one seal. He's just trying to fight through the body when he just needs to just jump and turn and be athletic.
Yeah, Deloatch working there on Bobby Moore. When he gets that matchup, he's much longer, much taller.
It's nothing they can do right there. They have no chance guarding him in that situation. Nice pass by Sharif. And we talked about it multiple times. They have no answer for the ball screen situation for some reason.
Now one of your highlights here from the first quarter, early in the game, Cooper getting involved. You'll see a left-handed layup from him.
He had an option to drop it off, but I think it was a wide decision. This is what the most impressive thing is, the burst. Look at the separation he created, so he turned this into a 2-on-1. He had the option to throw the lob or go ahead and finish. He didn't think that Deloatch committed to him all the way, so he went on ahead and finished.
Now a look at this play here. Blunt met at the rim by Bobby Moore. Some more looks here from the first half. We've got about 5 minutes left in the halftime break. We thank you all for tuning in on the SUV TV Basketball Network. Alongside Daryl LeBerry,
SUV TV broadcast of the Georgia Elite 8 Tip-Off Classic is brought to you by Nike, AOT, Slam, and Bleacher Report.
Tamara Brown with SUV TV at the CP3 Rising Stars campus.
SUV TV's 2019 NBA Draft Day coverage.
Anthony Edwards Collegiate Decision, presented by the Georgia Hoop Circle on SUV TV.
SUV TV brings the game to the audience.
You give a better focus on the actual game at hand. Sometimes you could tell it's just a running camera by itself sitting there, but with SUV TV, it's more of a personal experience.
Just the exposure, being able to see games that you normally wouldn't be able to see, not only here locally, but across the country.
Those angles make you pick up different things as a coach, as an evaluator. They're giving you great quality, nobody talking in the background. I think it brings basketball to the forefront.
Whether it's a family member that lives in a different state, they can watch the game, or just bringing in more coverage for these players, or if it just allows us to raise more money for something like Susan G. Komen. And so I think this event has grown because you guys have been a part of it the whole entire time.
SUV TV has given a different light to kids that don't always get the best exposure.
The commentary that goes along with the games, I think is always interesting.
Touchdown.
Oh! Yes, sir. It brings something to the table that no other streaming aspect can bring, no matter how hard they try right now.
Dayton Avian Williamson
at the buzzer.
That is how you get the Peachtree Corners Invitational started. And that will do it. Thanks for joining us.
The 360, he throws it down.
He'll come off the double screen to the left. Oh, and wide open underneath.
Sexton gonna step back, fade away three. Oh my goodness! Colin Sexton!
In the lane by Tracy. Here's Williamson, makes his way around one tight. Now hustling in toward the lane and throws it down. That's what the crowd had been waiting on. A fantastic dunk coming in by Williamson. Trent, off balance jumper.
Nailed it. Pierre to Gary Trent Jr. Oh my goodness! That's how you end the game, folks.
Welcome back into the SUV TV Basketball Network. We are set to begin the second half of action here. McEachern will be inbounding. Elijah Wiseman set to inbound to Sharif Cooper to begin half number 2. In the first half, what was it for McEachern to help pull them ahead outside of Sharif Cooper?
It was a lot of Sharif Cooper, to be honest. But at the same time, they were pretty good defensively. Deloatch is the only thing that really hurt him on the offensive glass, and then now he's got a nice finish, a Euro step. Again, he's not Giannis. I don't want anybody at home to think I'm crazy. I'm not crazy, but he's like a poor man's version of a bad high school Giannis.
I like
he's
that.
Just long and athletic and can make some plays.
And Deloatch, a 3-star, by no means a bad player, but not comparable to
not the Greek freak.
NBA MVP. No,
not a guy who's averaging almost 30. 14 and 7 right now, which is just stupid numbers.
Exactly.
They got to throw in the ball right there. Had him on the block.
Blunt inside. Taken away there from Olande. Olande is down, but gets right back up.
He looks like a football player.
Dara Olande commits the foul. He comes off. Now into the game, Clayton.
And Clayton's giving them a problem on the offensive glass, too.
Pick set for Cooper. Wiseman for 3. He got it to go.
I didn't know Wiseman had that to his game. I knew he was a slasher.
There's Wood laying it up. Quick possession there, and McEachern ball.
A little bit of a force by Wood there. I know he's trying to be aggressive and get on the board, but he can probably move the ball around and get that same shot with a little bit easier degree of difficulty. Much better show on the ball screen there.
Cooper off the front rim on a deep 3. It's out of bounds and Berkmar ball.
So now you force Sharif to take a little bit longer shot and you get a miss. So a little bit better job finally. A hard show on the ball screen and slowed his momentum down.
Blunt, Wood, 3-pointer. Long, but a foul called. It's on Sharif Cooper. 3 free throws upcoming.
More importantly, it's Sharif's third foul with 6 minutes left in the third quarter. So I know you want him to have a good contest here, but you got to give the offensive player room to land. So if you don't give him room to land right here, the refs are forced to call this foul because you want guys stepping underneath the guys and twisting their ankles. And he would expect that call to go for him as well.
The first free throw was made. Second one was not, but being a 3-point shot, here's his third free throw.
Interesting, the game seems to have cleared out a little bit. Not in the lower bowl, but in the upper bowl. Kind of surprised by that. Maybe just got a little bit late. Some parents came to pick their kids up. Because it's not a bad game by any stretch of the imagination. Sharif has lived up to his reputation. You see the show, though? Great show by Deloatch. He's staying up there now. He's not going to allow him to turn the corner.
Sharif inside to Brady. Brady off the window, no good. Cooper tried to rifle it back in. He turns it over. It's tossed up to Wood. Off the hands of Cooper. Brady saves it. Timeout called by McEachern. Almost 2 minutes in here to the second half of action.
Coach doesn't like the way they call. He called that timeout just to give the refs an earful. I'm not sure what he saw in that. Like it was a couple just bad, unforced turnovers both ways. But it's his right to call timeout and let the refs know he doesn't think things are going the way they should be going.
Exactly. Coach Mike Thompson of McEachern, last year the National Coach of the Year.
I didn't realize that. Nice.
He was, and also the National Player of the Year was Sharif Cooper, Auburn commit.
They took home all the awards, huh?
They absolutely did. They were the number 2 ranked team in the country by several different polls. Max Preps in both of their polls had them ranked number 2, USA Today number 2. It was pretty much consensus number 2 in the country a year ago.
Who they have ranked number 1, IMG or Montverde?
I believe it was IMG.
Yeah, because they ended up winning the Dix tournament.
Right.
So Sharife's smart. He's found a different matchup. He's got Brady setting the ball screen now. So it's a guard who's not really comfortable setting that situation. Then he went what they call pass and chase over on Deloatch's side, and he wasn't prepared to stop that one.
Deloatch pushes over Cooper. They're going to call a foul on him.
Good call by the ref. Instead of pouting after he misses the three, he gets back on defense, gets in between them. Nice cell acting job. He has a future in Hollywood.
Shot blocked there by Deloatch. Flipped up ahead for Berkmar. Comes inside. Shot blocked away.
Berkmar
by
has
Willis.
to score in those situations.
Here's Deloatch with a great opportunity. Count it and one.
So
flex.
Sharife had 20, I would say, with 4 or 5 minutes left in the second quarter. He hasn't scored since. Deloatch has kind of steadily continued to score over and over. He's at 19 now. If he makes this free throw, he'll be tied with Sharife for the game lead in points individually, which would be at 20. And coincidentally, since Sharife hasn't scored as much, the team hasn't scored as much.
And also coincidentally, it's a 4-point game here.
It is. Got a chance to get it down to 3. 1 possession game now.
20 for Deloatch. Well, what a first game he has had playing in the state of Georgia.
He'll be one of the best big guys around.
Cooper kicks it over to the corner. Wiseman dribbles it out. Yeah, we haven't seen Cooper score in about a quarter. It's been almost 8 minutes exactly.
And I don't know if Brady has 10, but if he does, no one else on McEachern's roster has double digits.
Now Blunt sends it ahead. Wood goes up strong, misses on the layup, rebounded by Moore.
Those are the situations where they have to take advantage of and make their shots.
Brady couldn't knock it down. Berkmar ball. Three-point game.
Action is slow for sure in this third quarter. Nerves have settled in.
Getting into a little more of a half-court game as well.
Much more of a half-court game. Again, I think it's two teams that are coached well, and teams are disciplined, so it's not been, even though it's been some turnovers in transition, not as many turnovers in the half court, so it's making for a slower paced game.
The ball comes into Deloatch, back outside. Reynolds, long shot, wouldn't go.
And Deloatch has to take those opportunities. When he gets a one-on-one in the post, he has to just turn middle and just shoot the ball.
Cooper charges inside and floats it in. Sharife Cooper has 22 points, 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the third quarter. His first points in about 8 minutes of action.
It was. Nice drive. Euro step, slowed it down with a nice floater over top the big guy. Got away with one. He threw the ball at his opponent, got away with one, but the ref didn't see any foul play, just thought he was trying to give the guy the ball.
Wood working on Cooper. Wood for three. Couldn't get it.
And I'm not sure that's a shot that Berkmar needs in that situation.
Brady inside. Nice finish. Foul there. It's Reynolds who fell on the floor.
Nice rebound by Wiseman. Pitch ahead to Brady, who sneaks underneath and shows you some of that length and athleticism. Close to a goaltending on Wood. I'm not quite sure what he was doing there. Grabbing net.
I assume they don't call that just because the basket went in anyway.
I guess so, but it was an interesting play.
There's no doubt that was a goal. I think he grabbed the rim as well. He got his hand up on the rim, grabbed the net.
You can't touch either one of those, and he touched both.
Exactly. Points there from Clayton.
Nice drive by Deloatch and a nice showed his ability to make plays, which he hasn't done much this game. He's just kind of scored.
Cooper falls over, foul called.
And again, Berkmar has to realize they're going to have to show Cooper bodies when he drives. They're going to let him drive one-on-one and attack. He's smart at getting into your body and doing a little bit of an acting job here and drawing a foul.
We have seen Cooper selling them well, but they have been fouls either way.
They have. And it looks like he's in Reynolds' head a little bit right here. Reynolds is getting a little bit over-aggressive, and if I had to guess, he's going to get another foul call. Yep.
I saw it too. Yep, exactly.
Sharif figured out that if he kept talking to him, he'd try to be a little over-aggressive. And that's going to too good of a ball handler. You're not going to take the ball from him, so it's going to be a foul.
Yeah, there's two battling.
He just called for the ball again and called for a clear out, so it's going to be the same thing. Oh, ref got him on a push-off, though. Crowd loving it, though.
Nice little battle there.
That's his fourth foul, though. I think he's got to get him out the game.
It comes with the territory. Every guy, Deloatch for three, it's off. When you're Sharif Cooper, you're a top 20 player in the country. Every single guy that you play against is going to want to grill you. Cooper lays it in. Contested layup. Spectacular finishing.
They got to get Cooper out the game, though. 2:20 left. He has 4 fouls.
Cooper calling for cheers as he walks in from the student section. Hear that loud, raucous applause behind us. Well, Cooper, 4 fouls. There's no sign of him coming out, but...
Yeah, he's coming out.
Okay, now he is.
Yep. He didn't want to. He doesn't feel good about it.
For a second, didn't look like he would, but they'll take him out, I assume, at least for the remainder of the third quarter.
Yeah. Coach Thompson thought otherwise, though. It's the right decision.
Moore drives inside.
Can they sustain the lead with him out for this last 2 minutes?
Brady, nice shot. It's a good opportunity for Brady to show that he'll be the #1 guy whenever Sharif has to come off.
And for the team just to show that they can play without him. Because, I mean, at some point he'll be in this situation again, or, you never know what'll happen. They got to figure out a way to play with him on the bench.
Clayton with the 2 for Berkmar there. It's a 7-point game. Moore called for a foul. Charge taken.
Yeah, wrong sport. Wrong sport. He looked like he was trying to run through the hole for a first down on that one.
Yeah, it looked like a running back trying to bulldoze his way into the end zone right there. Yeah, see that tough play from Moore.
Seven-point game. Let's see what they can turn this into going into the fourth. With Sharif out, you got to try to get this at least tied going into the fourth quarter, and make Coach Thompson make a decision if he's going to put him back in early or whether he's going to wait a little while.
In order to tie, shot goes up strong for Deloatch. Foul called.
They've been running that action all night and haven't thrown the lob. Excellent play by 12 to tip that away. He's small, but he's athletic though.
That's McDowell. Brady for 3, off the mark.
Brady's got to make those. It's a wide open look.
After the whistle was blown, Deloatch now talking to the referee about a foul call that he was hoping to get earlier. Now inbounds it. 60 seconds left. Well, it doesn't look like they'll get the tie heading into the fourth quarter, but momentum would be refreshing for Berkmar.
It would. They still have a little bit of time, too, if they can get something quick here at the basket. I don't know why they just don't throw it inside.
Well, there we go. Deloatch working his way inside on McDowell.
He's got to shoot the ball.
Blunt inside to Clayton. Left-handed lay-in.
Clayton's not bad. Nice dive down the middle. Good patience by Blunt. Dropped it off to him and wide open layup.
Well, a response there from Wiseman of McEachern.
And Wiseman can do that, especially with his left hand getting downhill in transition. He's pretty good.
McDowell corralled that ball. Wiseman has a gap, lofts it up, couldn't get it to go, but he's fouled on the play.
And he must be a big-time athlete because the whole crowd stood up like they anticipated that to be a dunk.
Let's see if you can catch it here. They see Wiseman, a big gap in between the basket. Everybody starts to stand
stood up and thought he was going to dunk it. Looks like his calf gave out or he had a cramp. Yeah, he's still grabbing his calf now. I think he might be cramping up. It's early in the season. You see that happen a lot.
He's getting ready to come up. Got contested by Blunt. Maybe didn't quite get the elevation he was hoping for. Comes down and you see there's the calf right there. Grabs at it immediately. He's at the free throw line. I think part of it, too, is the section that stood up right behind us saw what Wiseman was seeing,
They
a
had
wide open
the
lane
lane
to the basket. Say, oh, man, take that lane. He'll get us some more momentum.
Well, right now they're building on the lead. We can get it up to 9 right now. Going into the 4th. I mean, they'll take that any day of the week.
Wiseman nails a free throw. It's 58-49, clock ticking. 10 seconds now to go. Blunt to Wood. Deloatch is open inside. Wood for 3. No good. That will be the end of the third quarter. It's 58-49. McEachern is ahead. We've got 8 minutes loaded on the clock for the fourth quarter. We'll rejoin you for that shortly. Alongside Daryl LeBerry, I'm Luke Winston. Thank you all for tuning in on the SUV TV Basketball Network.
This SUV TV broadcast of the Georgia Elite 8 Tip-Off Classic is brought to you by Nike, AOT, Slam, and Bleacher Report.
Welcome back into the SUV TV Basketball Network. Alongside Daryl LeBerry, I'm Luke Winston. Thank you all for tuning in. A quick correction here. On the roster that we were supplied by McEachern, we were told number 3 would be Elijah Wiseman. Wiseman is actually wearing number 20. It's Cam McDowell that's wearing number 3.
We apologize for that, didn't know. Great catch by my buddies.
I appreciate that greatly. Deloatch inside, foul called. So everything we've said about Wiseman, we mean for McDowell. He's an explosive shooting guard, a lefty, good finisher, plays with high intensity, lights out type player.
Made a 3. He's played well tonight. He's been a little bit better than Randy Brady, even though we thought Randy Brady had a little bit more, a little bit more status or acclaim coming into the game. But to me, McDowell has been the better player.
I agree. The clock is ticking here, even though the ball's not in play, so I assume we're going to have a clock reset. The camera's showing you here there's a referee at the scorer's table. Now the McEachern coach comes over. We have another scoreboard issue. We've had a few today.
We have. And I don't know if they realize it or not, but it's getting a little late, guys. We don't need any more mistakes out of anyone. The referees, score people, facilities crew, the people giving us the book. We got to get all this information correct.
That is bizarre.
I got a nasty text from my guys, Devontae White and Rashad Richardson. They're the guys who gave us the information on Cam McDowell. They wanted their names to be directly said. I apologize, guys. Devontae White and Rashad Richardson, we appreciate you guys paying attention and helping clear that up for us.
Yeah, credit to you all. Thank you for that.
They didn't want to be ghostwriters. They want their name. They want their name. They want their name on the production and songwriting. So I took care of them.
Of course, attribution of sources. Reynolds to Deloatch, working in the low post. He spins, puts it up off the rim and in.
Can you explain to me why Deloatch won't do that every time he catches the ball?
Well, that's exactly what you've been talking about the whole night. Turn, put it in.
Just go middle and just be athletic.
It's kind of a point A, point B, and then make your shot.
Exactly.
Brady almost had it taken away. McDowell tried to recover it, but he bobbled it out of bounds. It's a 7-point game with Deloatch inbounding.
How long do you think they leave Cooper out with 4 fouls? I don't think you can put him back into 3 minutes, and you're up 7. No need to rush.
Sounds about right, unless Berkmar were to go on a run, and that would change everything. I'd say a run would start with Deloatch, who we've talked about for the majority of the night. He plays on Team YRN. It's the Migos AAU team, named for their first studio album. Started that team in 2018. Deloatch came in, played on that team. That was his first real experience playing basketball in Georgia. Played with some of his teammates here at Berkmar. 2 of the 3 Migos went to Berkmar. There's a little bit of a tie there. So
there he is.
Some of the Berkmar players play on that Team YRN. So he's gotten a little experience with them, but you would have no clue if you didn't know that he's a transfer.
Oh, he fits right in. He's been their best player. And I think also, you know, the Migos, especially Quavo, does a good job taking care of the Berkmar team. You see they all have the nice Kyrie Irving's on. I mean, does a good job supporting the program. He's a real big-time basketball fan.
Blocked by Brady. Put back in by Deloatch.
Big-time blocked by Brady. That's some of the athleticism that we've been looking for. And, you know, I'm expecting big things out of him, and I'm hoping it's just the first game. He's just trying to get used to getting in playing with the new team.
It's Cooper going baseline. And by the way, Sharif Cooper, yes, is in the game, playing with 4 fouls here. 24 points for Cooper. 20 of those came in the first half. 14 of those came in the first quarter. Had 20 points in the first 11 and a half minutes, but since then, only 4.
He's been very quiet since then. And he has to be careful driving the ball, you know, because he has 4 fouls.
Well, I'm sure if you're Berkmar, if you see Sharif driving in, you plant everybody and try to take a charge.
If you're smart, that's what you're doing. I'm assuming that's what they told him in the huddle, because that's what I would be doing. I would pressure him, force him to drive, throw bodies at him, and make him make a quick decision on the move.
Wood inside. Olande spins. Couldn't connect. He's down inside for McEachern. Ball comes out to Cooper in the left side corner. Cooper drives baseline on Reynolds. The finger roll will fall.
That's tough. That's a bad angle to shoot that kind of finger roll. Big
Straight on
finish.
3 there from Blunt. Foul called.
Got him here ISO'd. This is the matchup he's been won. He just thinks he's too little. Just shot right over top of him. I'm not sure what Deloatch was doing. Deloatch had an opportunity right here for a shot block, and he kind of just let the play go. He just backed away. I'm kind of confused on what happened right there. I don't know why he wouldn't contest that.
I don't know if the idea is looking for the rebound, seeing the tough shot that Cooper was going to have to shoot from, but I'm not sure.
Well, he's got to do something better next time, or it'll be the same result.
Clayton all the way down the floor, and Wood for the easy put-in.
It's still a lot of game left. Berkmar has a chance, but they got to find a way to force some more turnovers and get easy baskets.
It's a 7-point game.
They finally went man-to-man and came out of the matchup zone.
310 seconds remain. Shot put up, wouldn't fall there.
Cam's cramping up again.
Yep,
they're going to have to get him out.
Travel called on Wood. McDowell can barely make it down the floor.
How many times have we seen that travel in that scenario in the last couple games?
Several. Yeah, throughout the day. I mean, looking at 8 games of basketball.
Shoot the ball or drive it to the rims. What's up with all the foot faking and shot faking? You're either open or you're not.
It's almost like it's a bit of hesitancy and slow decision making that I think I really chalk up. Yeah, I chalk up to rust here in game number 1. Just getting back into the swing of it. Cooper gets it back, 3-pointer, in and out. That would have been huge.
Deloatch looks tired. I guess he's been really active. That would have been huge. But Sharif has he made a 3 since those first 4 threes?
No, that's his 5th. Deloatch in the corner. Wood for 3. Couldn't get it that time either. Cooper almost.
Cam's got to come out the game. I don't even know why he would call for a lob. He knows he's cramping. Can't call for a lob while you're cramping.
Still grabbing at that calf.
And Sharif actually did a good job on the glass, so I think he's probably got 6 or 7 rebounds.
McDowell coming out to defend Blunt.
Throw it to him in the post. They're just making the game way too difficult.
Clayton, short shot falls.
Clayton's gotten better as the game's gone on. And he's smart. I don't know if he did it on purpose or not, but Sharife's in foul trouble. He has 4, so he couldn't even contest that shot. So anytime they should run any action, and whoever, if you get if you got Clayton or you get Deloatch in the post on Sharif, you know it's nothing he can do, and they can just turn and score right away.
And I like that decision made, to your point, by Julius Reynolds, saying, okay, recognize the matchup. Even if you just look at the height and the body types that you have down there, that's an advantage too. Clayton has 8 points. He looks good.
He's played a lot better in the second half. He missed a bunch of chippies early, but in the second half, he's made his shots around the rim, and he's been consistent rebounding the ball throughout the game.
We look here again at Sharif Cooper's lay-in there, and now checking himself on the sideline. Stutter step, and there's another look at that baseline play.
That's a tough angle for that finish contested. Big-time play.
That happened with 5 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the game.
But if you would have told me with 4 minutes left that he'd only have 26, I would have told you you were lying, because in the beginning of the game, he started out on fire.
Exactly. Tapped out of bounds by Woods. McEachern ball. Now Olande comes back in.
For Berkmar, number 12, Olande.
Now Bobby Moore back in for McEachern.
Sharife's going back to this matchup. If they don't help.
Cooper working on Reynolds off the window. Beautiful touch.
He's too little. They got to bring bodies earlier. They're going to let him get all the way to the paint. He's going to score that every time.
Well, I know earlier you liked the matchup better when it was Wood.
Definitely.
With the length. Foul called on Deloatch.
They took Deloach's scores off. I'm not sure. What is he at, 24? I'm not sure why they took that down. Hopefully they'll put it back up after he makes the free throw.
They had his score up on the board here in the stadium, but they haven't had him up in a while, even though he's in the game.
Two big free throws here. We'll try to get this down to a 5-point game. Wood has been a little bit of a no-show in the second half. Somebody's going to have to give them a little scoring.
Wood's taken probably 3 or 4 threes, but I don't believe he's hit any of them.
He's not. Clayton has been the guy who's made those chippies around the basket. Has really been the only other scoring in the second half.
And not to undermine what Wood has done. He's got 14 points in the game. It's been a solid performance, but the second half not quite as good as his first.
No question about that. And Deloatch is just tired. Somebody's going to have to help him.
Deloatch is likely going to have to stay in for the remainder of the game to give Berkmar any chance.
I don't think it's any way they can take him out. And Reynolds needs help now. Like, you got to show him bodies now. Deloatch is the only guy who actually shows well on the ball screen.
Cooper inside. He's fouled. Otherwise would have been a turnover. Berkmar was headed the other direction.
And it was going to be an easy layup. I actually think this was a good call. Looks like he slapped him on the wrist to me. He got fouled there. They let it go. So it was a clear-cut foul. It's obvious. He fouled him twice.
Cooper saying thank you to the referee.
Very politely. Thank you, Mr. Ref.
Yep.
Clearly fouled me twice.
Yeah, Cooper working on him hard. He got slapped in there. That right hand came around from Reynolds, and that's what did it. Made it incredibly obvious that
I
the foul
thought so.
was there.
It's hilarious to me that Wood act like he didn't do anything. But I guess nobody ever fouls. Nobody ever admits to it, at least.
Of course. Wood on the left side. Long again on the 3. Blunt's fouled. He'll head to the charity stripe for a pair.
Fouls on number 3, Ken McDowell. It's third. At the line.
Nice effort on the offensive glass. They need a little bit more out of him. I think he's an athletic, strong-bodied guard too, but he showed us glimpses here and there, but has not been consistently on the glass or attacking the rim. They need him to make both of these free throws, though. As poorly as they played, they'll only be down 6 if he makes his next free throw.
Blunt's one of 4 active transfers here for Berkmar.
That's a lot of transfers, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a lot, especially with most, if not all of them, being in your rotation. It's a lot to piece together if you're a coach, managing the personalities and the different types of players. Shot up and in from Blunt.
There's the athletic play that we expect out of Blunt, or that they need from Blunt, rather. Only a 5-point game. I mean, they're right here. But they got to show them bodies earlier.
Cooper blocked by Deloatch. That shot affected at least.
Just drive the ball to the rim. Make them block a shot. Just drive it to the rim. Don't force anything.
Reynolds settling everything down. The head coach of Berkmar, Greg Phillips, looks to be calling a set. Reynolds air balls.
Bad shot. What a wasted possession right there.
150 seconds left in the game. McEachern up 5, and that possession meant a lot too.
It did.
Could have cut it to 3 points. Cooper with a left hand, beautiful finish.
That's too easy for him. They can't keep letting him play one-on-one. Reynolds has no chance against him.
32 points for Cooper. Yeah, Reynolds has been getting grilled down there.
I don't understand why they don't put Wood, or I may even put Deloatch on him, just some more length and athleticism. I mean, this is just too easy.
I would love to just get a look at that matchup if Deloatch were to take on Cooper.
He's great at seeing different angles and where the help is coming, because he switched to the left hand because the help was on the right that time, and he's ambidextrous around the rim. Big time finish.
Not much, especially offensively, that Cooper can't do or doesn't do very well. It's a 6-point game. Deloatch has a chance to cut the lead down to 5. Again, McEachern has outplayed Berkmar. The scoreboard doesn't quite show it here.
Oh, great rebound. What do they call it, jump ball?
Jump ball, yes. Possession arrow pointing towards McEachern will be their ball.
And I don't think there's any confusion on what's going to happen right here.
SHARIFE Cooper dashing down the floor. Left-handed layup. Not a great angle that time.
No.
Reynolds.
And even with that long scoring drought he's had, you realize he still has 32?
Exactly. Had a scoring drought of about a quarter and a half.
At least. I don't understand. Just pass the ball to Deloatch, son. Come on, Wood. There you go.
Deloatch inside, working on the post.
They
Shot falls.
They can't guard him.
What are you going to do when a guy hits shots like that?
Hope that the team doesn't throw him the ball like they haven't been doing.
Exactly.
It's an easy game.
Well, you see Randy Brady's defending him.
He's a wing trying to guard a 6'8" forward. There's nothing he can do in that situation.
Let's take another look at it from this court angle.
And Wood would have forced it if he could have got by the defender. He got fortunate that the defender did a good job on him.
Even a good contest from Brady. Deloatch falling away.
They should be going into Deloatch every play. And I wish they would put it back up here because I think Deloatch has 30.
I do too. That might have been one of our scoreboard errors that we had.
It might be.
Then also up there, the officials can't check and see how many fouls we got.
It doesn't even matter at this point. It's 11 o'clock. It is what it is. We'll figure it out later. We'll tally it up later.
We're looking at Blunt's finish now on that replay.
I want to thank all the people who stayed up with us tonight, listening to the broadcast. Hope you've enjoyed the game and the information that we've tried to get across to you guys.
Well, we are set up for an interesting finish here. It's a 4-point game, 1 minute and 40 seconds in.
This game is far from over.
Exactly. 100 seconds dead on. So now inbounding here, Cam McDowell, who's back in. Had a bit of a calf cramp. It looks like he's doing pretty solidly out there.
I think SHARIFE's cramping a little bit as well. So they put a little bit more length on it. They put Blunt on him. Good move.
Even just a different defender to throw a change up at SHARIFE. Give him a different challenge.
Exactly.
Because Reynolds just wasn't quite working. Not that he's a bad defender. It's just Blunt's finishing there.
2-point game. Trap him again. Force the ball out of his hands. Now make these other guys beat you.
McDowell down the floor. He corrals it. Now Cooper has it up
foul.
top. Under 60 seconds to play. Foul. It's a blocking foul called.
I think that's Deloatch. I'm not sure why he wouldn't just.
I think Deloatch was trying to finish off Cooper right there.
He's not even in the stands and he's driving at him. I mean, let him pass to the corner. And he just fell. I don't know what just happened. He's tired. I mean, and he's played a great game, but he's got to make a better defensive play in a clutch moment. I mean, he literally fell and turned to the side. The ref couldn't do anything but call foul on him.
Exactly.
That's a bad play.
I think if he even just stands in there and doesn't turn, I think he's
It's
got
a
much
charge.
better shot. Yeah. Yeah, you get that call. Sharife's out. It's a 3-point game.
You got all the momentum. You could have. I mean, that could have been the game right there.
Reynolds outside to Blunt.
Good decision by Blunt. Throw it inside. Just turn and shoot it.
Deloatch turns and shoots off the mark.
That's the one they needed.
44
Trap him, don't foul him.
seconds.
Got to trap Sharif. You can't let him get out of that situation.
Here's Cooper in the clutch. Foul called. Foul called on Wood.
I'm not sure they should have fouled in that situation.
Elijah Wood's third foul.
Yeah, I think Deloatch is just tired. I mean, like right there, he reached. He just stayed in the backcourt. He's just tired.
Right.
He's played a heck of a game. We got to give him the benefit of the doubt.
And he's played almost every minute, if not every minute.
Well, remember he had the gap in the third quarter when he got the 4 fouls. That's really the only time he's been out. So he got 4 or 5 minutes of live action. Other than that, he's been in the game, and the ball's in his hands, and he has to make plays the whole game.
Yeah, probably going on about 28 minutes or so.
If they don't get Dylan eligible or some other guys don't start playing better, it's going to be a hard season for him because he has to do too much right now.
Reynolds down the floor.
It's only a 4-point game.
Inside, Clayton
Plays
lays it in.
right hand. And he's been making all left-handed shots. A big-time finish right there.
27.8 seconds to go in the game. Berkmar clawing back in. Should we expect pressure? What should we expect from them defensively?
Yeah, you have to go pressure here. The decision becomes how early do you foul? If I was them, I would try to at least get, a steal on the inbounds pass, a trap, try and get a steal. Once they get across half, maybe you foul then. Or if you can speed them up and force those guys to just make a play, now you can get a defensive rebound and push it. But I know the first thing I want to do is get the ball out Sharife's hands without fouling him, and let's find out what the other 4 guys are going to do in this scenario.
It's a big chance for McEachern's second, third, fourth options to step up here and try to make a play.
And you definitely want Blunt on Sharif, not Reynolds. Because he just needs to see a different level of athlete right now.
Right.
With some more size. Because he hasn't looked to slow down. I thought he should have held it out earlier, and he looked to drive, so he might drive in this situation as well.
Now the referee is going over to each team's huddle. We are coming out of the timeout here. 27.8 seconds left in the game. A tight one here in the Georgia Elite 8 Tip-Off Classic. The final game, the nightcap here. McEachern, the host team, taking on Berkmar from Wilburn, Georgia. Now inbounding is Cam McDowell.
All right, so Berkmar went smaller. They trapped and got his hands on it. Foul right away, though. I'm not sure what kind of foul, what kind of free throw shooter Cam McDowell is. But they went on ahead and put him at the line early.
McEachern in the double bonus here.
Okay.
2 free throws here for Cam McDowell.
Yeah, probably should have tried to go for a steal without fouling there, and then it'll get across half. McEachern looked rushed, and there's no telling what would have happened, but he's cramping too, so that could impact his free throw shooting. Good foul, worked out.
Substitutions being made here. This is very interesting. Blunt and Clayton coming in, Olande coming out. I like the moves for Berkmar.
I agree.
3-point game here, 26 seconds remain.
Everything should be aggressive at the basket. Final Sharif's guarding as well. Like Wood's got to go to the basket to get the ball. Deloatch, you don't have as much time, guys.
13 seconds to go. Wood. Foul called. It's on McDowell.
Yeah, bad foul too. He had nowhere to go.
8.6 seconds left. We are in the double bonus now for both teams. Berkmar shooting 2 free throws.
Deloatch 2, number 1, Elijah Wood.
10 team fouls for each squad. Wood's first free throw falls.
He was about to force up a bad mid-range jump shot, as you can see on the replay. Just be disciplined, stay down, keep your hands off of him. Berkmar's putting in the pressing unit. They'll try to pick up full, set the press up.
So now it's 71 to 70, 8.6 seconds left. Should we expect a foul?
Yeah, I mean, I will go for a steal first, though. And you don't want to foul Sharif, you want to double if you can, but because he's a good free throw shooter, but just too crafty right there. Got to the ball first.
Reynolds fouls Sharif. 7.4 seconds left.
Reynolds isn't ready for this situation. But they got to get their offensive unit back in. Looks like they got subs coming in. And if it's a three-point game, I still would try to get something at the rim really quick if I could and get a timeout, unless you get a good look for Wood, because nobody else has shot the ball well from the perimeter all game.
Well, on the note of Reynolds, I would say it's a really tough task coming out, having to defend Sharif Cooper in your first game here.
You can't get into the talking game with him and start playing overly aggressive, though. And you got to use your teammates. Try and keep the ball out of his hands when he gets the ball in his hands. Just contest his shots and use your teammates as help. If you try to go mano a mano, it's going to go wrong for you.
McDowell with the rebound for McEachern. It is going to be over and back.
Wow.
Back court, so 2.7 seconds. It's a 2-point game. Berkmar can get a shot off.
I'm not sure that wasn't tipped, but there will be no replay because I actually think that was tipped too. So that shouldn't be a backcourt call.
They may not have replay, but we do. Let's check it out.
I think our production team doesn't want to show it. We don't want to add to the controversy. They're talking it over, though. And I also don't know if they're able to change the call because they already awarded them the ball. I'm not sure you can do that.
Well, Greg Phillips pleading his case for Berkmar.
Yeah, and the right call is it was a tip pass, and it should be McEachern's ball. But once you make the call and blow the whistle and stop the play, I'm not sure you can give it to McEachern now. They're lucky that we're at McEachern because it would be an uproar if it was a away game and they were trying to give the ball to McEachern. Nice, calm conversation by the officials, though, and you want to get it right.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, that's why they're taking their time here. Want to get all three perspectives on what happened.
Yep. 6 set of eyes are better than 1 set of eyes.
Jalen Deloatch right behind the official saying, hey, we got it. That's us. You told us it was us.
I think it's going to be McEachern ball at half court. I saw Sharif Cooper.
McDowell is lined up. McEachern is going to inbound.
Yep. Berkmar's still confused, though, because they're not even matching up quick enough. And you can't let Sharif catch the ball right here. I don't care if he just missed one or not. They try to put some length on the guy taking the ball out of bounds.
McDowell inbounds. Cooper is fouled by Blunt, and we are not done yet. 1 second to go. 2 free throws here for.
Got a little extracurricular activity going on the sidelines, a contested game.
Free throws here for Sharif Cooper. First I thought it might be Blunt, but I'm sorry, McDowell.
He went 1 of 2 last time. I'll be shocked if he misses any this time. Just to go ahead and seal it and get him to 37 if he can make both.
Yeah, Sharif Cooper currently standing at 35 points here. His team leads by 2. There's a second on the clock. Now a couple of subs from Berkmar, or just 1 sub. They'll bring in Clayton. Cooper hits his first free throw. 36 points on the evening. No matter what way you chalk it up, it's a fantastic start to his senior campaign.
No question about it. If he makes this one, the game is over with.
And it is.
That'll do it.
4-point game, 1 second to go. It's inbounded, and McEachern pulls out the victory. They have won 33 straight games. McEachern has not lost since February 28th of 2018.
It's hard to win that many games in a row, too, man. That's impressive. I don't care what the competition is, and they actually played a really tough schedule last year, too, so that makes it even more impressive.
Yeah, playing 7A, playing in tough tournaments like you're seeing today. We have had 8 games for you here, Georgia's Elite 8 Tip-Off Classic. Daryl, your final thoughts here from the McEachern game, the nightcap.
Great event, very competitive. I like the way all the teams came out and competed. Saw SHARIFE Cooper. He's a guy who is highly rated. Came out and defended his home court. Crowd was really into the game, and it was a great atmosphere. Great way to start the season, and I think a lot of teams that we saw play tonight will move on and have a lot of success moving forward in the state tournament.
Well, McEachern, since the 2016-17 season, is 88-4. One of the best teams in the state of Georgia, pulls out a win over Berkmar, a team led by Deloatch and a load of several other transfers and other players. They were impressive. Deloatch was great, getting, we believe, 30-plus points here. SHARIFE Cooper finishing well with, we said, 37. With that, we thank you all for tuning in to the SUV TV Basketball Network. Thank you to our crew, Elisa Burnett, and alongside Daryl Barry, I'm Luke Winslow. Thank you all for tuning in, and we appreciate your support of our show.